Leave?
which
Oh,
you don't
right.
have to. You can stay if you want.
Okay.
You really sound happy that you're here, Sana.
You don't have to stay, Sana. If
You
you want to
sound
go,
so
you can.
pleased to be here.
But you want to cast, and I'm happy to just
Fine, I'll
chill.
stay.
Fuck off, Joe.
If I have to.
No,
Yep.
yeah.
Go on, you two.
Oh, you haven't posted, Pack.
There's a bot, does it?
Okay. I'm going.
Okay, let me see.
Check.
Ooh, I hear myself disgusting. Yeah, all good. How do you guys listen to me all the time? Jesus fucking Christ.
That's a good question that Finn's posed there. What is the best chicken seasoning, do we think?
Well, Joseph, we can answer that question while we are mid-game. Because it is
Absolutely.
game 4, I think, between Bussy Hunters, I said I wouldn't say it, but I said it, and Good Vibes Rotation. Both playing with a sub.
Yeah. It's going to be an
And
interesting matchup for sure.
And we are on Clubhouse. Notoriously defender-sided.
Yes. Very much so.
And
What bands are we
Korean
expecting
barbecue.
here? Anything interesting? Anything spicy? No, we get a Thatcher off the bat. I want something interesting here. I don't want the standard stuff. I want some, some interesting little things coming out of here.
I feel like we are going to see either a Jackal or an Osa ban here.
Heads or tails? Ooh, hey, tails. Well predicted, fan.
Yeah, and if I was them, I'd be taking away one of the OPs, so Fenrir probably, or Zami. Maybe one each. Oh, Kaid.
Kaid, so one of them's going to be on the board. Interesting.
Well, it means that at least 3 of Azami, Aruni, Solus, Valk. Like, there's a lot of OP defenders on the board. So attacking this. Pardon? Yeah, Aruni's strong. Azami as well.
Good. But are they allowed to use the new op?
Yeah. Yep. Everyone is allowed.
Oh.
There's some brads going on in the little chat.
There's no cooldown anymore, so you can just go straight into using new.
So off the rip, we're gonna get 2 of them on the board. Surprise, no Fenrir.
Maybe they'll bring that out later on. They're going for their old defaults at the minute. Maybe they'll get into some interesting new adaptations later on in the game.
I'm a little bit surprised to see CC. Not the strongest site at the moment, I don't think. I think it's become very stale. Lots of people know how to attack it, know the best ways to attack it.
Yeah.
Even more disappointed to not see it capped out, but there we are.
Lots of AFK typing, I see.
So I assume we're going to get Bessie Bandit tricking the wall. King Bog is going to hold Raptors with the Zan.
If I know Finn like I know Finn, he'll probably play downstairs somewhere, try and hold the lounge sort of area potentially, or play on the top of the red stairs to try and contest the door to blue.
If I'm not mistaken, last time that Good Vibes Rotation attacked the site, they put a strong construction priority. So it could change. Maybe I'm mistaken.
It
looks like we're going to get straight to work, looking to get this band off the ball. Jack is going to lose some of his health, just sticking his face in the electrified wall.
He likes the feeling, it's nice.
It tingles.
Yes, absolutely.
Reaver's going to challenge this lounge player. I think it is in. And Reaver's going to win that out, and it should clear now to get the band off the wall with a grenade.
That was much easier than it should have been.
Well, the best is hanging around. It looks like he wants to at least attempt to do it. It's very risky, I would say. He loses half of his health, not even remotely close to the wall, but he had a little dive back into it. we'll ignore that
Excellent
nade from
second
Reaver,
nade.
but that's...
The wall's open nonetheless. The wall is open. 4v5 for the defenders. A minute 45 remaining on the clock.
I'm waiting for the
Yes, I'm interested to see if the Ying is going to be used to clear rafters or if it's going to be rotated late to CC window to create some pressure coming in from that side. Because they still haven't really made any progress with rafters.
Yeah.
The king sitting here on his throne. Unperturbed.
They are being
He's about to see absolutely nothing.
As is Reaver.
yes.
He needs to get it there quick. Just does pick up the kill into a 3v5.
Rafters control now received as Midnight finds Bussy on the backside. They're actually just jumping in CC. Midnight gets another, and this should be all she wrote. Ahab's going to go and deny the plant at least. How many more can he get? He gets a double actually.
Double.
And he's made his way back up the red stairs. Do the attackers know that he's made his way up already? They seem to be looking for him below, but he's actually not. He gets the planter. It's a 1v2. 40 seconds left. Lots of time for the attackers to work this again, but Ahab needs to reposition now. He's found himself a bit of an awkward spot at the back. The server rack. He has one from rafters. Challenges the rafters player. He's down to 10 HP. And yeah, just a little bit too much to do in the end. A good attempt.
Absolutely, that was a great attempt considering the situation that he was found in the first place in that 1v5. He's off site trying to retake. So in you know, everything considered, it was a very valiant attempt, but just a dominating attack really. They shut everyone down in the gunfights, and yeah, it was an easy one really, I think.
I'm a bit bamboozled how he picked up 2 with the C4 because I didn't think there was another one in CC.
Yeah, I didn't spot the second guy, whether he just sort of came running in as Ahab looked away, maybe.
But there wasn't a rotate either, so unless he was just really low, close to the soft wall.
No, there could have been another one in CC maybe, just like running through the site to find last guy, not sure.
Potentially, but an attacking win on the board, straight off the rip, they'll be difficult to come by for the rest of the game, I would think. Certainly if we judge the last Clubhouse game. But the defenders are now going to change up their tactic. They're going to go to Church Arsenal. There's a vigil on the board, so I'm expecting some form of a roam. I think Good Vibes rotation as well, as they're now showing the Jackal.
Good old fashioned roam play.
I was about to say only running the one hard breach, but they've actually got the secondary hard breaches on capped out and buck, so going to be no real difficulty in opening the hatches.
As we can just see there, I think it's one player on the top floor, potentially. And then the other 4 down on site. Finn just being a little rat in top floor, crouching around, see if he can get a little early pick and then run off. That'll be the aim here for him.
Interestingly, there were 6 impacts on the board for the defenders, but 3 already been used, presumably for, well, looks like for some vertical. Maybe Finn looking for some cheeky destruction of the Habana pellets on the hatch, but that's not going to be happening as there's a Jackal staring down the con hatch. Not the con hatch, the Logi hatch.
He does need to be very careful not to stick around too long because he might get himself found out.
There's some yellow things going on. I think they've got some idea. Finn's actually going to use this one for a bit of information, I think.
Yeah. Does he know how close that person is though, at the top of the main stairs? I'm not sure he does. Backs off at the last minute, goes back towards the vertical.
I also don't think Midnight on the capped out had any ID either.
No,
Finn's
Finn's
actually
being very sneaky. Oh, very
he's
close.
just found his way down, so he's wasted a minute and a half. He hasn't had to take any engagements. I wish he would do this in a round. So he's found his way back down to site. So it's now a bunker. There's some impact tracking going on. It's unsuccessful. A C4 now wasted as well. So the attackers are actually down to, or sorry, the defenders down to very little utility to actually be able to stop playing. They're going to have to rely on guns unless Finn can find magic with the one impact that remains.
He's just tried to take the sort of stronghold of Dirt Tunnel, especially for the kitchen hatch drop. If you've got control of the tunnel, it's very difficult for you to be able to drop the hatch cleanly. But it looks like a bit of a stronghold right now. Justice goes down. Since we're 5 minutes.
Yeah, Wish doing a bit of inadvertent teabagging, I think.
Yes.
You got to test that crouch button. But not actually a lot of vertical getting played here. Here a lot of butt holes, but I think Ahab was still just chilling at the back of B, as far as I'm aware. The nade's not going to connect. Nade, yes. Oh! That's yeah, that's a rip. King Bob just ego peeks the hatch, catches Reaver off guard. Midnight's Flash tries to drop the hatch, but he doesn't able to. Ahab gets Justice as he drops the hatch, and I think the defenders are going to slowly see this one take away from the attackers. Should be very comfortable from here. If are dropped in the middle of sight, as Wish takes Rue coming down the main stairs at the end. A bit of a strange double tap for Wish at the end here. But just a bit rushed from the attackers at the end there.
Yeah, I think they got a bit too sidetracked with the knowledge that there was someone upstairs, and it took them quite a while to sort of get themselves in because they were worried. And then Finn was just able to waste a minute and a half by himself. He barely shot anything, just using that jammer, being able to get himself back down to the bottom floor without taking any damage. It was really good, and the time off the board as well meant they had a minute and a half to sort of get everything done, and the attackers really couldn't get anything done off of that time, and I think it really showed as a much easier round. But they've gone back to the top floor. They've gone back to CC and Cash. So I wonder if they're going to play the same sort of style that they did last time, or whether they're going to switch it up a little bit. I can see that the operators have changed hands slightly. I see Dante now onto the Warden, and he had onto the Zami. Just gonna be
Sana, what do you think the defenders need to change up here to hold this better than last time?
A Whammy would have been good. But I think no, Warden actually will be fine.
Yeah, I think they swapped out for the Aruni's gone in exchange for the Warden, so it'd be interesting to see how they sort of utilise the Warden pick, and if they give it to the full advantage. Finn is peeking and gets a pick off of it. Rue goes down, that's the Ash. Not too much utility off the board. Not too much utility off the board there, but it's still an operator, and it's still a 4v5 with 2 minutes 40 left on the round. It's a big pick.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they have still lots of the two sets of nades and the Zofia concussions and impacts. So
it's one of the operators that you know you can not afford to lose, but you'd prefer to lose out of losing a hard breach, especially on this site where you need hard breach gadgets.
Well, I think Wish has just completely rushed his decision making there. I think he had been misrolled. He had been rolled, so he kind of panicked as the guy jumped in billiards. He's made his way to basement and actually found Midnight on the cutoff somehow. So the defender's in a very commanding position here. Bess is actually going to go down for a little look and lounge. Not too far away from finding one, but Reaver's going to find Finn not on the wall for some reason.
I think that's a bit of an oversight there. And they pick up Wish as well. Justice brings it back into a 3v3. Some really interesting decisions coming from the defenders here. They're in the advantage, but they keep throwing stuff away for free.
Hanging around a little bit too much, I think.
Yeah.
I think Wish and Finn could have just retreated back to site or hung in basement for a little while longer, just be that threat on the flank for the entire round. But no reckless control for the attackers, so that's probably the main thing going for the defenders at the moment, as Dante comes down the garage stairs and kills Justice on red.
Not angle for Bussy here as soon as they run in. Could be a potential easy kill, but he's smoked off at the moment. Jackie goes towards garage door. They've still got control of rafters, and it's going to be essentially impossible to push Dante out of here with the 2 barricades and ADS.
Yeah,
so
I think Jackie and Reaver need to hit what's known in the industry as bangers to bring this one back.
Absolutely, and it's looking.
Reaver saw 2 and shot in the middle of them. Yeah.
There we go.
So Jackie actually got 1 on the backside here.
But Yeah, defenders do manage to bring it back, although in the mid round it was looking a little bit shaky with those two players losing their heads.
Yeah, 5v3. As you say, probably a lot tighter than it needed to be for the defenders, but they won out in the end. So I assume we're now going to gym bedroom.
Looks
Mirror
like it, yeah.
not on the board, so a little bit more difficult to hold. The castle being shown straight away, so I would expect a bandit to follow. No real reason to play the castle if you're not going to bandit trick.
Looks like the same sort of attacking operator lineup as we've seen before, with the addition of a 0 this time. Can't quite remember who they've replaced to
Yeah.
0.
I think on this site you need some form of ranged large breach. Once you open
Yeah.
Jacuzzi wall, you need to then find a way to open up the bathroom wall. Not always the easiest, you just got to thermite and throw your life away, potentially, if you have to walk in and do that.
You can see how Rue utilises the 0 cams as well, where he sort of decides to put them and the effectiveness of them, how they can
Well, they won't be very effective at all because they're taking a nomad instead.
There you go. All of that 45 seconds of patter for essentially nothing.
Was that a late reinforcement?
Oh, I'm not sure.
It was. So
It's a
late
big
reinforcement
pick.
on CC wall. Gonna take the Jaeger off. Presumably the ADSs are down, but
You'd assume so at this point.
difficult to tell. It doesn't seem like.
We haven't touched on it actually, but Finn
No
has
ADS is
decided to bring a Fenrir. So that'll be interesting to see how they decide to use it, because I've not played a lot of Siege since the season started. So
Well, Joe, let me tell you, it is absolutely broken.
I'm aware that it's completely mental. But yeah, I want to see how much of the defenders seem to struggle with it, or how they deal with it. I think it'll be interesting. That shield's now gone at cash door. Finn just retakes. He does not care. He just strolls back into that room and says, "Don't worry, this is mine now." We're still in the cash door, trying to provide a little bit of assistance to Finn.
Well, they've seen him. This drone is just. Well, the Twitch gets the bulletproof on the second attempt. As Wish is going to swing out and catch off Reaver, who's trying to clear Finn, but doesn't expect the swing from the Condor. Rue now doing a bit of drone work. He's going to find out where some of the Fenders are hiding as Finn activates one of those Fender gadgets. Can't really tell which one it is. As Jackie's on the Jacuzzi side, going to open the wall. Justice should keep Bussy off this wall, so the wall should be open without any huge issues.
He gets aggressive into CC and gets taken out. The timing, but he gets immediately traded back by Wish into a 3v3 now. 1 minute remaining.
Based on current positions, though, the attackers don't really have any control. Wish has kind of got all this control of Khan. He maybe doesn't know, but the attackers don't actually have anyone in CC anymore. They seem to be just going to go for a bit of a gym exercise right now.
Bessie's in a prime spot to deny this here.
They're actually planting. I don't think Bussy has any real idea where it is. He's going for the smoke. There's a castle running out. The castle. Ahab gets 2 on the backside. And now Jackie just in a 1v3. Diffuser down. 35 seconds now remaining. But has a lot of work to do to make this winnable for his team. Bessy's looking out the window. Jackie gets 1. Is he getting good at 2? No, he gets taken down by Bussy, who will stick that defuse. I think Ahab should team kill him because Ahab won this round with a jump out of the pool, so he deserves the defuse. But Ahab is nicer than I am, so he won't.
Yeah, that's a fantastic play. Like it looked quite tight. The plant going down. We didn't quite see how they got so deep with the with the smokes, and it was sort of caught the defenders off guard, and with that plant going down. But yeah, then the big play from the castle, just sort of jumping out and going, I'm going to take this, I'm going to kill 2 of you, and I'm going to make it a much easier retake for my team. Brings it into a 3-1 for the defenders now.
He must have been outside for quite some time before he got those kills, though, because you have to run a fair distance out to be able to see the balcony.
Yeah, I'm assuming one maybe on rappel. I'm not sure. I didn't really see where the attackers were sitting.
Possibly, it looked like they were both on the balk. But
A bit of an oversight maybe from the attackers putting both of their supporting operators out on that balcony. It's a very exposed area. You know, there are multiple runouts and windows that can be seen from on that balcony. So maybe sticking one of them over towards Jacuzzi would have been a better bet to sort of cut off that main flank. But,
yeah, but in their defense, I don't think they're expecting a castle to be running out of a window.
True, but you know, you've got to sort of prepare yourself for lots of eventualities, and putting two people on the same balcony, essentially on the same window, there's only so much that you can really look for. But
once again, 6 impacts on the defenders for this Church Arsenal defense. Only one being used in prep this time, so presumably going to be more of a conscious effort to impact trick as Finn's actually go into his favourite place in the world.
Absolutely, he loves it over there. Nice and bright red lights. He's a big fan. But it looks like a bit of a very similar, a start of an execute. At least 3 spawning over on that strip side and going straight towards Jacuzzi. 1 on the roof. Yeah, it looks very similar towards what they did last time. I'm not sure how they are aware though about Finn is over here in strip.
Completely unknown, I would say. And if Finn just bides his time here, I think he could probably catch a big on flank. He needs to be patient. He needs to let the attackers take the control and feel comfortable on this middle floor while they do the vertical play and maybe backstab right at the end. But again, the attackers have gone for some top floor clear, except Reaver's going to push them and catch somebody off guard, not reinforcing, barricading dirt. But as I said, some impact tricking going on. I think that was 4 Habana pellets. They look like they're a little slow to get the other 2. It's actually 6 pellets on the hatch at once. You have 4. Oh, there's only 1 impact left, but it's gone.
Because Dante went down earlier in the round. They couldn't switch out.
Of course.
So that's a big oversight from the defenders there.
Reaver actually gets another from dirt, and Justice picks one up. Reaver's got a triple from dirt somehow. You can't just allow that man to walk in dirt. I think there's a bit of friendly fire going on there. As Wish is in a 1v5, no hope in the world. Rue getting the diffuser down, 2 seconds to go, and Wish will know that his chances are ticking by slowly. Justice eventually takes him down from blue. Quite sure how Justice got here, but he did.
Yeah, that was a much better executed round from the attackers. They looked like they knew much more what they were planning for and what they were trying to do. Reaver just sort of sitting in dirt tunnel, waiting for a bit of anything really from the defenders, and it looked like the defenders started to get a little bit bored and go, "Well, I'm not hearing anything. I'm just going to barricade this off." But he's there. He's waiting. And yeah. Excellent timing from Justice on the Jackal as well, waiting for the flank from Finn, like from Jim top floor looking through the hatch.
Yeah, I think they did eventually start to drone Finn, so they had an idea that he was there, the scanner was on, so they couldn't know for sure, but I guess at that time it maybe makes sense if you see the scanner and you can't find him, that he's potentially in strip. Okay. Well, they're going to try again. The Mozzie now out for Finn, so he's obviously looking to... I would almost suggest that Finn will not roam on this occasion. He'll stick his jammers out, top floor, but he will not play there. Maybe he'll shoot 1 drone and fall straight back, but I would not expect Finn to be on an extended cover here. The defender's actually going to reinforce, barricade dirt straight up.
I think there's another 40 kick? In garage, maybe? Oh no, he might have been Adam there. Could have been a blue peak, not too sure. I just saw him in the middle.
Run around.
Having a look around, yeah.
He's purely looking for drones here. I think he's just going to hover around here, shoot 1 drone, and fall back to site.
He does need to be careful not to sort of overextend himself and get himself caught out. But he won't do that. I don't think. He'll be smart enough to be able to read a situation and come straight back.
Only 2 impacts on the board this time, but neither going to be used to deny this hatch.
This is an interesting position from Finn in the hallway.
There's a pre-placed C4, I believe, in the kitchen. Can't quite tell where it is.
Looks like it's towards the door sort of area. The door to freezer.
I would have liked to see the defenders maybe hold dirt with a bit more aggression here. Maybe you put your mute up in there, or smoke with a shotgun, because you've just allowed Reaver to take all this control again.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you have to be constantly watching that door. Jackie picks up Finn on the roam, so that's one gone already, and Finn did not listen to me. Shock horror. Hatch
The
open.
attacker's a little tight on time, a minute and a half. No vertical play played, although Jackie's going to start on that in a moment. There is a C4 with the cams, but the C4 is blown and missed.
Roto hatch still not open. It might have just been open now, but it's only just been open. 1 minute 15 left. C4 goes off and picks up Jackie. That's a sledge down, and another pick from Ehab onto Rue. That's the Hibana down. So only one more Hardbridge gadget on the Buck, who's in dirt. So that's not going to be used unless the rotate comes in. And oh, thought it could have been a headshot there out from Reaver, but no. Player stays up, comes in, picks up the first kill. Can he pick up the second? No, Bussy trades it off. Justice trades off again there into a 2v2. Into a 2v1, Justice at the bottom of main stairs. Bussy on half HP.
No
Dante
diffuser.
full.
Diffuser line cold, I believe, under kitchen hatch.
Yeah. And Dante
yeah.
picks it up.
Not expecting this angle, I don't think.
No, this is a weird little angle. You're not expecting people to be that aggressive in a 2v1 situation. That looked very back and forth.
Wow, that's a word.
That is a word. I'm not sure we can show that on Twitch anymore. without
Of
being
course
banned
we
from
can. We'll be
the-
fine.
No, we just can't.
That
say it.
is, in fact, Sana's favourite word.
I like it.
It is. It is.
I'm actually proud of Justice on that one. Well done, that. That's how it's done.
Yeah.
But
very,
you know
very
what?
back and forth round. Yeah.
I'm very surprised that Finn survived this long, like just roaming alone like a headless chicken.
It's Finn, so that's...
What do you expect?
I don't know, man.
yeah, I think it's maybe more difficult to punish those types of plays when you're playing in a team that's still fairly new. It's difficult to know who should be on the cutoff angles, like who should be holding a kitchen hall, basically. Someone should be that the entire time if there's a roamer, but I guess it's called on the fly, so it's probably not going to happen. But 4-2, I think, kind of typical of what we see for a clubhouse defense. But it's now up to them to convert more attacks than Good Vibes Rotation managed on their half. Again, going CC first seems to be kind of a default first site, which, as I said earlier, I don't think it's the strongest site at the moment. I think Jim and Dark Arsenal both outperform it in terms of defensive percentage. I guess it's just one of those that everyone is comfortable with. Finn's never getting to play Captain now in my ranked game again, based on this outrageous performance.
Interesting to see the Cali.
Cali, I didn't even notice.
Very
you need to take that thermite
Cali.
off my guy, because that's gonna...
It's gonna get destroyed straight away.
There's nothing on the wall. There was a mute jammer.
A
My
single
apologies.
mute jammer in the
But you do not actually need to use utility to get the wall open with a mute jammer on it. You purely just have to go and repel.
Yep.
But here we go.
It's
a
fine.
Cali. It's not going to be used for much else anyway, so it's all good.
He's going to be quick scoping later on in the round anyway. It does not matter. He's going to be killing people with it.
Say, these angles that Cali's making into CC are not the greatest as a defender. You don't really want the old wall open this much.
They're not great as a defender, but they're also not fantastic as an attacker either. If you're looking to approach to plant through the breach, it's another hole that you've got to consider and potentially smoke off if that's the sort of execute you're going for. It's another hole that defenders can literally just sit and watch you from. And, you know, it can play both ways, so it'll be interesting to see how they sort of get to that, or what sort of plant they're going to try and execute for.
Not sure where the attackers have gone here, to be honest. It looks like they're kind of congregating around the lounge. They're drawing out construction. It seems like they maybe want to open this CC wall with a forward tab on this thing.
Oh!
Wow, 180 by Justice. That one's going in the frag movie. Sorry, Bessie, you've been demoned.
All you need is a little yellow thing. You shoot him through the wall, but Finners picks up a good pick onto Rue. I'm not sure what he's doing there at the top of rafters. Jackie gets taken down by Dante as well, and it's into a... I told you! He had picked up Justice. A 4v1 now for Midnight. This is going to be an absolute cluster.
That was a plant spot. I must admit, as a thermite main over the years, I've never planted there before, but that's what it is.
Big time. Big round from the attackers. They pick up their first attacking round and only need 2 more now.
Yeah, Ahab actually with
win out this
11
map.
kills throughout this
Yeah.
map.
He's having a very good game for himself. But
was there a double nade there? Was there 2 nade kills from the King?
No,
Only one?
It was just Jackie, I believe. Died to a nade from
The Catholic again, he's feeling it. He's like, I'm doing it again. These kids don't know.
I think surely once they see it's a bottom.
I think it's ego.
It'll be gone.
I think he's thinking it.
Does he think he's playing Call of Duty? Is he like, oh, this is me, Barrett 50 cal, mate. He's loving life.
He's Ilya.
He is big Ilya.
He's gone. Okay.
He's not Ilya anymore. He's Sam Fisher now.
So I assume the Ying is going to take hard breach gadgets, or potentially we've had a couple of. I was going to say 6-pick, but it's not 6-pick anymore. It's just attacker repick.
It's just a repick.
Yeah, exactly the same as Good Vibes Rotation and their setup. They have Havana, and then they have 2 hard breach charges from each of the Buck and, well, the Ying in this instance. Solus on the board, Azami. A real lack of Fenrir in this game, I think.
Yeah, once, and it wasn't utilised, well, incredibly well that I saw, really. It didn't come into play very much in the round. So that's
potentially
it's a
just not the map for Fenrir.
Yeah,
potentially. A bit too open, maybe. Weaver's in an early engagement with Finn. I think he was spawn peeking, or well, not spawn peeking, but
having a cheeky look outside.
Having a cheeky look.
Yeah.
It seems to be Reaver just roaming alone here. Kind of similar to what Finn did, but Reaver's kind of playing more aggressive in it.
Justice is top of red stairs.
Oh, and Reaver gets
double.
2. It's well, that's Finn and Ahab, so no real vertical play going to be. Justice gets one for himself. Where was Justice? Oh yes, he was top of red stairs. He was.
Justice retreats away, as he absolutely should do. And Wish is left to contemplate his life decisions right now in a 2v5, 1 minute 30 left. 2 players still above. This is a nearly unwinnable situation, I think, for the attackers. But I will be happy to discredit what I've just said in a moment, if it so happens, but I'm not so certain at the moment.
I would be surprised if he gets checked on this angle, but he does.
Top lane player.
Oh, Wish with a good refrag onto Justice.
Yeah.
1v3.
20 HP left.
20 HP. And the pulse feeding all the information. So this is nigh on impossible to win. The defender's now just waiting for a slight overstep from Wish. And the round will be over. Unless, once again, he hits some bangers. MIBR? Buy your esports. Your esports skins in the store.
Buy your esports skins, folks.
That shield's not fun
support
to
your
look at.
favourite teams. It is absolutely not. That's an interesting mute jammer just sat in the middle of the corridor. There you go, innit? Easy pickup for Midnight there.
Midnight looks at Wish and is like, mate,
what
you can't be there.
Much better round from the defense. Largely down to the success of the roam and the inability from the attackers to deal with it effectively.
Yeah, it should have been dealt with a bit better. They had a Jackal on board, didn't really Didn't really seem like they got much use out of that Jackal. They certainly didn't seem to have any idea that the Solus was in the middle of Master.
Yeah, and certainly didn't know that there was another player top red as well. I mean, Finn, I think, just walked straight through CCTV into cash and then into construction where he eventually got killed. But there was still a player top red just waiting for any players to come through.
However, it could be that he have just told them to lose so he could play Kali again on CC. Or
Maybe.
I think the Bandit now coming out, in addition to the Mute, makes Kali much more difficult to get any real success out of. You can Bandit trick a Kali pretty easily. You get a lot of warning time on it. You know they can't pre-place the thermite charges on there or they're going to get destroyed at the same time. So I think the attackers are really going to have to go below here and nade this off.
Yeah, let's hope that the grenades are used for more than just killing people this round. We've only got the 2 grenades on the board, so it's going to have to be very, very accurate from Dante if they want to be able to get that grenade damage firmly into the floor.
And there's a mute jammer at the top of Rafters stairs. Yeah, it's not a huge impact. You can just do it a little bit lower and it works fine.
Yes. Very, very similar sort of setup going away from these attackers.
Well, it looks like they're trying to come in from strip, which is interesting. It seems like they have an idea that Reaver's playing in this with this sort of bar hold.
Yeah.
Reaver now knows he's droned. He has the hatch to fall back to if it's required. Looks like he's just trying to waste time of the attackers coming through stock here.
Yeah, he's managed to get himself 2 drones already.
He's now lost 2 exothermic charges.
That's not ideal.
So this wall is not going to get open because we've not... Oh, well, Bussy could rotate around with tin openers. It's not really what you want to use to open the
They're struggling with the wall though, but I'm not sure what... yes, they can't get the nades in because of the presence below, but they're not utilising, or I've not seen at least the capital being utilised on the CC window, so I'm not really sure why 2 exothermics are going onto that same wall with the CC window still closed. Are they just putting it onto a wall and hoping that the Kali's going to be able to deal with it with a bandit? Like, Wish except Reaver,
Wish has
though.
actually found one. Aim's down, but he's going to get revived by Wish. Just as running around into oil by the looks of things, as the attackers now seem to have taken control of bar, where Reaver had previously been holding.
Bussy on a little bit of a lurk here into Master. Finners absolutely knows, and Rue is in trouble. I'm not happy. What on earth just happened? Finn, you are trolling, and Rue nearly trolled himself. He nearly did a shroud and walked straight back into his Molotov. Midnight picks up Bussy, and the attackers
I think a lack of coordination by the attackers there clearing rafters. It seems like Finn knew exactly where Rue was. There's no one there to stop Rue's run back when he was going to move out the fire. And Rue's not going to lose that gunfight on
I don't know why he runs away.
Oh!
Justice going for the TK treatment onto Jackie. I'm not sure what Jackie's done to him, but
Jackie said something and Justice won't have it.
Well, we'll have to ask those questions, you know, after the game. But yeah, this is another round for the defenders.
Arguably like C4 on
yeah. Ooh, big shot from me. Have onto Midnight picks up 1, but yeah, another easy round for the defenders. It should have really gone the other way. Rue had absolutely no business surviving there. I'm not sure why Finn's turning his back and running to the door, leaving himself completely open. But yeah, maybe the communication went a little bit wrong. But,
yeah, it seems like they needed, I'm not sure who it was on the garage door in the end, but they needed that person to be in position before the Capitão bolts were fired. You know that Rue has to move out of that spot, so you just need to be there to make sure that the cut-off is cut off. Words. A lot more difficult when the CC wall isn't open, I will admit.
Absolutely, and that was a big blunder in the first place, losing both of the exothermics to that very early into the round, and only having 10 openers to after the fact to be able to breach some reinforced walls. But
it does mean we're going to find our way to the tertiary site, or what this team is classing as the tertiary site.
Yep.
Of gym bedroom. Ahab, once again, just going to stick this tally, even though it's actually going to work in this instance because the defenders are only taking a week. If I was the defenders, I'd be sticking to the bandit again because
it worked massively last round. But I don't know why they're not picking into it. That's probably not the prep they played for on this site, so they just stick into what they know. Fair enough. But so a heavy strip side spawn for the attackers, one on either of the others, just to probably take out cams and assert a little bit of presence on each side of the map.
But once again, the attackers choosing not to take any ranged hard breach, so they can open jacuzzi. They're not going to do anything with that. We're actually getting a mute trick, which is an old favourite of mine.
That's very interesting.
Before that, it's too late. If you're mute tricking, that needs to go on the wall instantly. As soon as the gadgets are on, it's too late.
I wonder if that fact was known by midnight, or whether sort of a lapse in realization.
He's got another lance out for Cali at least, but the extra is still going to just open.
They do have 2 players stuck on main stairs now. You've got the mute and another player, the Jaeger of Justice, stuck there. Unless
the mute has managed to. No,
no
I think the mute needs to YOLO back in a site here.
Yeah, just needs to run across, I think. Because having 2 players stuck there is really not good for the defenders.
But the attackers have no control over CC at all. It seems like they don't really know what's going on. This is either perfectly placed by Reaver or completely unintentional. Because it cannot be shot from the window.
Pretty much. I think I'll be able to guess which way Reaver has decided to do that. Or Rue playing very dangerously there.
Rue needs to move further away from this, I think. Yeah. He's not going to be able to...
Wish picks up Reaver for the first kill, though. And they're 2 of them in bathroom. Bessie picks up another. What is going on here? Bessie dies to Jackie.
One from
gold.
Logi.
But they are all over the site. The defenders need to start getting back. Jackie goes down to Thinners. The trade are back immediately, though. But Rue gets taken out by the sledge. It's a 3v1 for midnight now.
The attackers seem very unconvinced on, or haven't. Okay, never mind. I was going to say the attackers have a significant lack of information on when anyone is, but then he just shoots that guy in the leg. That's a leg shot. That's not a kill.
Yeah.
Was he low?
I'm not sure he was.
That's a 3 armor mute.
Nah, hit reg. It's fine.
Okay.
Never works perfectly. Don't question, just move on. Just glide over it like it's a sheet of beautiful ice. Just move straight over the top.
Match point for Bussy Hunters.
You really enjoyed saying that, I can tell.
I don't. You had every time.
You had such fun.
I thought I would give it a go.
I could hear the sort of stutter in your voice. You were like, oh, I really do want to say this word. But yeah, 6-4. 2 good wins for the attack to Bussy Hunters on this on their attacking side. 2 good attacking wins, and the defenders now need 2 on the bounce to be able to take this to overtime. They start.
Who's your money on?
Downstairs. So, who's your money on? Who are we thinking? Are the good vibe rotation going to take this to overtime, or the Bussy Hunters steal it away?
You think overtime? Okay.
Yeah. Do you guys think they're going to win like in normal time?
I just wanted to say Bussy Hunters, to be honest.
Not happening. I'm smarter than you, man.
So basement defense again. I think Reaver's in the middle of strip. It's funny how Reaver and Finn's roams have kind of reflected each other.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but Reaver has been roaming with Justice most of the time.
That's true. That is true.
Although completely alone every goddamn time.
Not just now though. They are roaming, but not together.
Yeah.
It looks like the attacker's maybe going for something a little bit more direct, though. Vince, oh, well, no, he's knocked out of there pretty quick.
Yep.
They've brought some bees. They're going to be very effective in their job.
Stairs, I think.
Yeah, the top of, and probably the middle of main stairs as well to prevent any
Justice
sort
gonna
of.
find Finn though. Looks like lounge. They had no idea Justice's top floor, although they should have had a fair idea after being there the round before.
Yep.
He's now found his way into rafters, and I don't think the attackers are going to move him out here anytime soon.
I don't think he'll like go from there. I think he'll just stay there most of the round and see if he can get a late pick if they decide to execute blue side. Reaver opens up the floor above. Doesn't see a lot. There's no one there. 3 over towards this this east side of the map, looking potentially towards a blue execute, or maybe they're just wary of the player in garage. I'm not too sure.
They have to control.
Yep.
They have kitchen hatch open, I believe. There is a potential to win this round for the attackers, but I think they need to get together a little bit. I think they're a little bit too split at the moment. They got 1 in blue, 1 in dirt, 1 in moto, 1 in kitchen at the moment. It's hard to win, and especially when that happens, that is gonna win the round. Oh no, Reaver gets 2. He's walking into sight. He's got a third through the road. They need to get into sight very quickly here. Although Reaver is above.
Is down.
That is a problem.
That is a big problem.
Justice
is just going to hide. He's not going to move from there.
Which is a very good decision by Justice.
They need to. Absolutely, it's a fantastic decision. They need to get this pick.
Well, they found Justice. So Justice. There's a team kill waiting to happen here. Okay. A quad by Ahab, a 2v1. Do they have 10 seconds? This is unfortunate.
They surely have to know he's above. He's had all of his kills from up there.
I don't think I have time to even get a sniff of him. He's just gonna sit here in the corner.
Yeah,
completely. Yeah. A really good round from Ahab. Just not quite enough time to be able to recover the diffuser. Lost in a little bit of an unfortunate place.
Yeah, I think maybe in
hindsight,
bit, I
mean absolutely
very awful. Probably in hindsight, you'd have wanted to prioritize the bomb recovery and trying to take out that player on the top floor rather than the other off-site player.
Yep.
But
I think if you can manage to dislodge Reaver from his spot, kill him, and pick up diffuser, you can potentially plan in a 2v1. Obviously, it leaves.
It does leave Justice to be able
in the cover.
Yeah, come back into sight again. Whilst both of them are off to dislodge the player from the bomb. I think that would probably been the more optimal route to be able to actually get a result from that round. But not a bad round from the defenders there. 6-5 now, and they go back to top floor CT and Cash. So let's hope they can pick up another round win here and
I'm
take.
I'm not quite sure what I just saw in garage. I saw someone whip out some barbed wire at the bottom of
Yeah,
is
that
not just going to get destroyed?
That could get destroyed by the Heartbreak gadget, I would think.
It's an interesting play from Rube.
I remember someone having to punch it.
Okay.
I don't think it's. No, it should be in stairs.
It's happened anyway.
Yeah.
I think the key part of this round is, in fact, just see what they can do with Jackie on the wall. This Cali will not work. I think we've proven that, unless Jackie gets some unfortunate timing or makes a boo-boo. This should have no impact
someone's
whatsoever.
down already.
Finn's going to be able to get recovered, though, I think. Justice just shooting through the window.
Some good damage, though, to start the round off. Bussy down to about 70, Finn down to 20 now. So it's essentially 4 operators worth of health for the attackers.
I think the attackers are ready to go for the double hard breach here. They're going to exothermic one side, they're going to hard breach gadget the other. They're going to guarantee that one gets done.
Well, I don't know, Wish is on the
This isn't going to work.
They're
off sync. Yep.
There's
I think
no
the idea
cohesion.
is good. The execution was
I don't even know if that was their plan, because Wish was like he was on a completely different planet to Bessie there, and it looked like there was absolutely no talk between the two of them. Okay, coming in, no damage.
Actually, really struggling to get in below to clear this bandit.
Yeah.
I would say they're not making enough of an effort to clear him. Finn can actually charge the wall from here. He doesn't need to go any further. He doesn't need to actually make in. He's just going to die though. As Reaver holding the angle from red stairs. Finn didn't actually have to walk in. If he proned outside the door, you could have got to the wall. Nicali's going to go for attempt number 3. Jackie's just going to sit here and chill, stand up again. He's down. He doesn't have any more left though. So there is an exothermic on the board.
He has managed to waste 2 minutes of the attacker's time, so there's now only 55 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like the attackers are just buggering off completely.
I don't think they know they've wasted the bandit's utility.
Yeah. But I think they've just wasted so much time on that one wall that they've gone, right, we've had enough here. And it's working absolutely brilliantly into the hands of the defenders here. Nade misses again, looking for that top red rotate. 2 of the players sat up there, but they're nowhere near the rotate themselves. Looking like a bedroom-sided Bessie and Logic trying to open up a rotate. It's all on Midnight here, waiting between the doors, trying to pick up the kill with the shotgun. Jackie picks up Ahab, Bessie dies to Midnight, Justice picks up Dante into a 5v1, and it's
I can confirm that Jackie's crouch he does work.
It does. Nice shot out of Midnight there. To take it to OT. Round 13.
Told yous.
You were correct.
Always am.
Yeah, I did wonder that when Jackie kind of got him in the middle of CC. I did wonder how he got there. That was the only logical explanation. But just desperation for the attack in the end.
Yeah.
As I said, I think they had the right idea, if that was the idea, to use the hard breach gadget and the exothermic at the same time.
It looked like that's the thing that they were prepping for. They had the 2 of them looking at the breach. They were just waiting for the Kali to be able to say, all right, 3, 2, 1, go. But then all of a sudden, Midnight turns away. He gets onto drone right as Bessie's placing down his hard breach gadget, and it completely goes out of sync and sort of derails around a little bit in a way. I think if that would have come off, they'd have had a bit more time to be able to get the wall open, and would have gone a bit smoother.
No.
Yeah. 6-6.
I don't mean to say beating head against a brick wall, but we're seeing the Kali again. With the bandit in play.
That same barbed wire, look at it, it's beautiful.
Rue just stopped in the middle, I think he turned on his hacks.
Yep.
Definitely.
I think the attack needs to coordinate better here. Either that or they need to go completely the other side, because this CC wall is not being their friend.
It seems like on these attacks they're lacking a sort of central voice and a central idea to be able to take them through the round, because they're all looking like they're sort of taking on separate things, or they're just not quite all on the same page.
Yeah, the wall will get open here though, you can't bandit trick both sides.
Does get stopped though in the middle, so there's only a line of sight.
But it should now be impossible for Jackie to stick this.
Yeah, it's a little bit suicide.
So the wall will get open, I think. It won't be the greatest reach, but it will be a breach. We're going skinny angle.
Yeah, very, very dangerous angle there. Gets a little bit of damage onto Wish, then falls back down into the basement to bide his time. Where Justice is also there waiting patiently in blue. Not sure how much they know about this. The Reaver just decides to retake. Jackie's still on the breach though, and I don't know how much Dante knows about this. Just has to fall down.
Looks
Finn
like
is in construction.
Coming from the attackers. They've got a lot of con control here. The defenders are aware. C4's very limp.
You can't really push back though, the defenders. They just have to accept that this is where...
I'm not sure, but I think the attackers have just used their last hard breach gadget on the outside con.
picks up one onto Rue though.
They
First
have.
one. Reaver TK's Jackie.
I agree, because Jackie was doing a horrendous job bandaging the wall, so Reaver had to do it.
5v3 for the attackers. They have to be able to try and convert something out of this.
I think again,
This
this
is
is
the best
desperate
shot
for
they
the attackers, though. It's gonna be windows. They don't have a breach. It's gonna be windows in the door. They could have opened the con wall at any point, but they wasted it on the.
But Bussy does have another half breach, but it's going to be on the top side of the wall. So again, it's going to be a hole. It's all through pressure points. Finn picks up Midnight from below though, into a 5v2 now. Reaver picks up the first.
I think Reaver with a point to prove.
Well.
Oh, and he's going to be left in a 1v3.
Yeah, this is very. Nearly picks up the first. Up here.
Sorry.
Does he know the last one's below? Good pick from Wish to end the round.
Okay.
It's a very interesting series of events in the last 15 seconds, but the attackers managed to convert their player advantage into a round win. And onto the defense for them.
It was very bold of Bussy to go and open that wall the way he did. I will say, it worked.
Yeah.
So if it works, it's not dumb, I guess.
I don't know if it did work, because the player that eventually got the kill on the rafters player was the CC window guy. I think Bussy on the breach died immediately to Justice. So I don't know whether that was, amazing.
Potentially.
But, it's another angle that the defenders have to, be able to
I still wouldn't say the attackers resolved their issues with the CC.
No.
But they did enough.
Yes, absolutely.
And Malusi, we don't see Malusi very often.
They have brought Malusi on this top floor site.
She's a 3 armor now, eating the foods.
Yep, absolutely. But it's not an operator we haven't seen before in this setup from the defending team. They brought Malusi a couple of times before. But they've gone top floor.
Shield. They have gone top floor.
Maybe.
I don't know if Finn's drawing signs or he's making messages to his fans, but there's something happening.
If any of his fans are watching, please let us know what any of it means. If there are any fans of Finn's that are watching, if they exist anywhere. Reaver doesn't care. He should care though, because Finn has taken his head clean off.
That was a nice shot.
So we're now down to two sets of nades left from the 3 that originally started.
Rue's managed to sneak his way into stock though. Finn shoots a drone, falls back a little bit deeper into kitchen.
I don't think Rue really needs to challenge this much more. He just needs to concentrate on making the denial off the wall.
Yeah. It's a good start to the round though.
As the man he's fighting is in fact the bandit, so if you can clear what's on the wall, he's not going to trick.
Yeah, they seem a bit lost now that they lost their most active player. Oof.
Yeah, it's a big loss for the start of the round really, but it's a good pick from Finn. And he picks up a second one onto Justice as well. That's the second step needs.
I will say.
Absolutely. Can you pick up a third here? Nearly Jackie onto 20 HP and he backs up outside.
It's your
Finn on an absolute tear. I'm not sure what Jackie's doing down here with the defusal nonetheless. If he loses it here, it's going to be a very difficult position for Good Vibe to be able to come back off of. Finn does not care. He runs outside, picks up Jackie, diffuser down outside, a triple kill in the round for Finn, and it's looking very difficult for the defenders to be able to come back off of this now.
And I think we all know Finn has a triple. He's going to be out every window, every door, wherever he can to secure this ace.
Bussy picks up Midnight, it's all onto Rue. 4 kills through the game, and Wish picks it up. Round 14 goes to the defenders, and they win this game 8-6.
This is a thing, I guess.
Yep.
Banners is a filthy animal. Fucking hell. It was a nice game though. GG
But
everyone.
I think it deserved victory for Bussy Hunters. I think they did more in the attacks to trouble the defenders overall, I would say.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. They look the better attacking team across the match for me, and they just seem to be a bit more threatening, and they looked not at all times, but sort
Certainly
of
not the CCTV
majority of
attacks.
times. No, we can discredit those. It's fine. We can move on. But over the majority of the game, they looked the team that was most sort of gelled together.
Absolutely.
But it's great, some great rounds from both teams, and some great plays, great shots from both teams as well. So yeah, GG's to both.
Well, what's the protocol, Mr. Pack? Do we do an interview? Yeah, I think we need to speak to Ahab about this Cali.
Yeah, we want to get Ahab. We've got questions we need to have answered.
I got dragged over. Hello.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Hello.
you did indeed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess we have a few questions. First of all, the Cali was doing bits in the fragging department. A little bit less on the old utility removal side of things. What was the thoughts on the Cali? You just want to snipe people?
So basically, like what I told the team was, I'm gonna do the Kali charge, and we tried to breach both walls directly, but they were having other ideas to push from lounge or something like that. It worked well on the gym window, on the gym wall, sorry, and on CC, yeah, they just tricked it, and I like to snipe people also.
Yeah, you were certainly doing that. Yeah, like you said, a little bit of miscommunication or lack of coordination on the double hard breach, but nevertheless, I think you worked your way around it on the final attack.
Yeah, thank you.
What about you? Just think it's defense? It's all about defense on Clubhouse, as per usual.
No, I think we played like well all around. Like to be honest, we didn't have any strats going. We just like went with the flow, and yeah, somehow it worked.
Yeah, some good cohesive team play across all the rounds there. You got considering it's a very defender-sided map, and it's not an easy map as an attacker to play. You guys did look, for the most part, quite cohesive on an attack. But
yeah, I mean, like we were doing the usual, just droning for each other and trying to find the roamers.
I was going into a bit more detail, but you sort of answered it partially already. Like going into this map, did you go in with any sort of game plan, or was it just you gonna?
No, zero. Nothing.
Have
We
complete fun with
didn't even speak about it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Similar to last match, we just went with the flow. That's it. Like,
I mean, sometimes that's the best way, though. Just go in, play the way you want to play, have a bit of fun, and it all works out in the end. And it has done for you.
So the Cali was a surprise for his own teammates as well.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, since that season, I started to play Kali, and like I'm having some fun with her. So.
Okay, so is it a Clubhouse only pick, or is it?
No, it's like
we going to
some
be
maps.
seeing
Let's
it in
say
the future games.
Maybe if we play border also or coastline, I stay also on Akari. I mean, she has a nice set. Like she has a good gadget. One shot sniper. She has a nice secondary. So I think she's like an underrated operator.
Sleeper pick.
Yeah.
We've seen you hitting some nice shots with the sniper. Have you been working on that in like T-Hunt, or have you just been playing around with it in publics and
in ranked, people? Yeah, mostly. Just sniping people.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we won't keep it much longer. We'll let you get back to your team.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
For the debrief.
Congrats.
Yeah,
need
thank
to
you guys.
Slap Finn's knuckles a few times for some overextensions. But congrats and all the best.
Thank you. See you. Bye.
Okay, all good. Thanks for joining, everybody. I don't know when the next game is. I don't think it's been announced, has it, Pack? No? So we'll see. Thank you, Pack, for hosting.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And
thank you very much. Pleasure casting with you.
Thank you, Sana.
Yes, thank you, Sana. Thank you very much.
Fuck off.
Well, what were the teams that were playing, Sana?
I'm not telling you anything.
Nah, I wasn't
the
watching.
Hunters and and the Good Vibes.
Good.
There you go.
There you go.
Goodbye, stream.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Great stream.
Bye-bye.